a Q&A with everyone here on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And we're just, going to be talking a little bit more about like the Sunday scaries and everything that's going on. And like, I'm excited to be here. Hope that y'all can join. We'll give people a little bit more time to just kind of roll on in here. It should be a really, really solid live here today. Oh yeah, welcome everyone to the live. So yeah, today we're just kind of doing a nice little Q&A kind of style way of doing things where we're just like yapping away. If you guys have any questions, here I'm going to put the chat in the overlay so people can see the chat. You can go ahead and bash away in the chat there, and we'll be able to answer any of y'all's questions about data engineering, data science, the AI bootcamp, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. I am open ears, eyes, nose, mouth, whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm here to talk. It's a Sunday Scaries Q&A. We're just trying to like get everyone on board. Here we go. Thoughts on Grok 4. I think it's great. Honestly, I've used Grok 4 quite a bit. It's going to be I want to like get a lot of my LLM classes to me kind of also including Grok, because I feel like a lot of the AI content out there right now is kind of Claude and OpenAI focused, where Grok is like as good. Both Grok and Gemini are both really good models, right? They're both freaking bangers, right? And it's like, if you look at the benchmarks right now, it's like Grok is better, right? Grok is the best one, right? So yeah, if any of y'all are interested, I'm doing a Q&A right now. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about here: data engineering, data science, freaking AI, LLM, like literally anything. I'm like, you guys got to understand, like I will answer any freaking question that y'all have, like literally anything. I'm an open book. So just letting everyone know, it's Sunday Scaries. What are y'all looking forward to during the week? You guys have any really dope plans, right? Will data engineer job replace agentic AI? I don't know what that means. Like, yeah. I think that both roles are going to be very important for a long time. Like, I think that both data engineer and AI engineer are both going to be very important roles, and they're both going to be around for a long time. What do you think about the Windsurf debacle? I mean, I think it's pretty much solved. I think essentially like OpenAI didn't win, because it's like OpenAI is essentially Microsoft at the end of the day, right? Because OpenAI took so much Microsoft money, and I thought it was very strange that OpenAI was was taking Cursor and Windsurf. I thought that was strange. Like Microsoft is getting Cursor, right? And then you got Microsoft and freaking. Why get both, right? They're the same thing. So like I knew that something was going to happen there. So I guess like Google taking everyone actually makes a lot of sense. Is Databricks still in the doghouse? No, they are not in the doghouse anymore. Actually, I actually really appreciate Databricks. Like it took a long time, but then that whole freaking thing ended up getting escalated all the way to the CEO, to Ali, right? But Ali actually got me into the program, right? Yeah. AI bootcamp can be purchased from website. Yeah, 100%. If you want to join, I mean, we're 1 week in. Like we're starting week 2. The first week was all about the first week was all about prompt engineering and vibe coding. So you can catch up. It's only like 5 hours of content. But yeah, if you want to join the AI bootcamp right now, you can totally join the AI bootcamp right now. It's still available. You just can go to DataExpert.io, right? And then I'll put you can even get I think this one works. Does this work? Is it not? You can't post to some channels. It won't let me freaking chat. Really? I can't chat? Oh, there we go. Now it will work. It just won't go to all channels, right? What the hell? Normally it lets me chat. Okay, anyways, well, if you go to dataexpert.io, you can get it, and then Zach20 will get you 20% off. Yeah. Happy to hear Databricks came around. I'll resume my certs. Amazing. Right? What's the best place to learn how to build data pipelines for AI and recommendation systems? My bootcamp. I literally am doing an AI bootcamp right now. That's literally what we covered all of that, both in the data engineering bootcamp. We had a whole week on unstructured data, and then the AI engineering bootcamp that we're currently doing right now. It's really best place to go. Honestly, we do all of that. We're doing RAG, which is literally like AI systems. RAG is such an important part of connecting AI systems. This AI guy saying, I'm trying to build data pipelines to aggregate real estate policy, job market data to build a Twitter bot to share tweets about the state of the Canadian economy. I'm using this project to boost my data engineering skills and get better at the social media game. Any advice? I mean, I would say that you're gonna want to do both, right? The bot should be good, and like you'll probably be able to get a lot of different things in there. I would say that like some of that data is probably going to be easier than others, right? The policy data is very slowly changing, so like that's probably easy to get, right? Because it's like you probably only need to update that like once a year, right? I would say that that's the big thing that you would want to look at. The real estate data stuff is different, right? Thank you so much, Alex, for putting them there. I can't chat for whatever reason. It's not letting me freaking chat. Like normally it lets me chat. Like I can actually chat back, but it's not letting me chat back for whatever reason right now. It's fine. Yeah, it's a good Sunday Scaries right now. You know what I mean? So like I'm pretty pumped about like where things are going. But could you please make a video about all the data terms, tools used in data engineering? I have a bunch of them about stacks, right? Like if you go look at my YouTube shorts, go to my YouTube shorts. That'd be the way to do it. Any chance you go back to big tech maxing? Definitely not. I don't know, man. Like it's like think about it this way, Sapan. I've made $1 million this year, and it's July. All right. Like okay, let's like here. Let's just let's just do a little bit, just a little, just let's just do a little screen share action here. All right. Let's go ahead and do a little screen share, and here we go. Here we go. So you see, okay, now we have levels.fyi, right? We got a little levels action here. Levels.fyi. Okay, let's go look at Meta, right? Let's go look at some freaking software engineer salaries at Meta. Okay. So let's go open this bad boy. Okay. So I would need to be E7's not enough, man. E7's not enough, right? And so when I left big tech, I was here, right? I was at like this E6 level, right? E7 is like what I could realistically join big tech as, right? But the thing is like my business pays me somewhere between these two roles, right? So it's probably going to be around 2, maybe a little bit more than 2 million. And that's assuming that like next year I don't make more, right? Where as I refine my business and I understand my offers better, then these things are going to change, right? And so like, and the probability that I get an E8 role is pretty low because I already looked into it. Like I interviewed and like I back in December of last year, I was checking out this role, like an E7 role. It was going to be an E7 role at Meta. And like, cause I was curious because I had more doubts about DataExpert like 6-7 months ago. And I was like, maybe I should just go back and, take this E7 role. Cause I could, and like, I essentially had an offer. I needed to do like 1 or 2 more tech screens and I would have had an offer and I could have taken an E7 role. Right. But this is not enough money. It's crazy to say that, right? It's crazy to say that this is not enough money, right? 1.6 million is not enough, right? And it's like, and it comes back to like the thing that I also want you guys to understand is that like this 1.6 mil, right, comes with way more work, right, than like what I do now in some ways as well, right? So it's like the leverage is a little bit different as well. So like, and like I get to decide like you got to think about it this way, like in this 1.6 million role, like you're gonna have a lot of coworkers who are not fun to work with. You're gonna have a lot of situations and a lot of stress and a lot of bullshit that you have to deal with, and you just have to deal with it, right? And but in my role, right, in my company, guess what? If anyone is hard to deal with, they're just fired, man. They're just fired. They're just gone, right? I don't have to freaking do that. I'm the dictator, right? So it's like I have a massively high level of control over what my day-to-day job is like. There's no such thing as a toxic boss, right? And in this situation, like, I mean, what am I trying to do here, right? I mean, it's like being a business owner is just so different, right? So like, I guess I guess that would be my perspective on like going back to big tech, right? Would be that. When does AI DE bootcamp start? It started last week. You can still join if you want. DataExpert.io. You can still join if you want to. Like you can catch up. You just have to spend like 10 to 12 hours to catch up. How much AI knowledge is needed in data engineering context? Like the bare minimum. I hate when people ask what's the least amount I can learn. I hate that. I honestly hate that question. It's just like it comes back to like if that's your mindset as a technology worker, if your mindset is what's the least I can learn, you're not going to be successful. You're just not going to be successful. Like you should be thinking more like I should be curious about these technologies and I should learn as much as I can. Not what's the least amount I can learn. That's just so lazy. It's such a lazy question, right? And I don't like it. That's just not like like I don't like this question. It's an L of a question, right? So W after the Cybertruck. Maybe get a Sherp Atlas. I don't even know what the hell that is. Can a data engineer get remote job from a third class country? Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of data engineers who do that. Like they work on Upwork and they work in a couple different places. And like, yeah, for sure, that could be one way to do it for sure. That is a really solid way to go. Actually, like I think that like that's like if you like you live in India and then you can earn in dollars, right? That'd be great. Do we have any free boot camps for data engineering? Yes, mine. Learn.dataexpert.io, right? Or like a lot of people don't even understand, like they don't understand some other things. Like, so let's just go back here and you go to Google, right? And you say free data engineering bootcamp. We're gonna throw that. Oh, look at that. Free data engineering bootcamp, Zach Wilson, right there, right? And then you see you have the freaking free data engineering bootcamp, which is this one here, right? Oh no, is this one? Yeah. How to join the free data engineering 6-week bootcamp, right? And then you can join the academy right here, right? And then and you'll see this will allow you to join, and it's going to be learn. So then you can go to learn.dataexpert.io, right? You see learn.dataexpert.io, and then that will get you where you want to go. And if you are, if for some reason you go to dataexpert.io, you can say, if you're looking for the free bootcamp, join here. And then you can go here. I'm also going to be, I'm not launching this today, but we are going to be doing the absolutely free beginner data engineering bootcamp that starts on August 8th. So there'll be like an August 8th, absolutely free beginner bootcamp. Because like, honestly, this community bootcamp is not beginner at all. Like if you don't have any skills, like you are going to eat shit in this bootcamp. But like we're going to be starting something new here as well. That will be the absolutely free beginner data engineering bootcamp. And you can join this right now if you want. Like it will, if you join, then yeah, see here's like the absolutely free beginner bootcamp. This will have like so we'll have some modules here. Like we still need I still need to like update some of this stuff. It's pretty early, but like we are going to be doing this for sure. So yeah, it should be pretty sick. I'm pretty pumped about this as well. Thank you, Alex, for like I'm so glad that I have someone who can type for me, man. Because like I hate it. I hate my streaming software sometimes because it just eats shit. It just eats shit, and I can't type right. So, is there anything you would give advice to a guy who needs to do something in stock market AI? I have no idea, man. I'm not a fintech guy. I have no idea. Right. Yeah, the free beginner data engineering bootcamp should be pretty sick. I'm excited for it. Like, and y'all will probably enjoy the content there. And so we'll be able to like kind of take people from zero to hero. It's gonna be annoying, and I'm just letting y'all know. Like, I'm gonna hate making that content every single day. It's like it's one of those pieces of content. Like, and I know I'm gonna make like 10 or 20 hours of content here around like freaking just that, right? Um Hey, will the AI bootcamp be later through the $200 paid subscription? I'm doing the free bootcamp now, but don't have time to take the AI one. The $200 subscription is actually going away. We're actually going to be axing that. You have to buy a year. We're going to make it so you have to buy a year. But like, yeah, like the $200 subscription is available for the next probably month or two. But like, in the next month, probably the next month or so, we are going to be getting rid of the $200 subscription. That's going to no longer be an option that is available. You have to buy a year. That's how it will work going forward. So, but yeah, it will be available in December or November. Yeah. And so, and by then, if you want to wait for that, you can, and then buy a year. That would be and maybe buy a year during Black Friday, and then you can get a good deal. But like, yeah, but the $200, just letting everyone know, the $200 a month subscription, the monthly thing is not good for my business. It's not good for my business because it makes people think that like my $2,000 boot camps are not a good deal because they can just spend $200 and get it later. And that's just not something I'm looking to do forever, because I think it's stupid for my business, and I think it actually hurts my bootcamp model. So yeah, we will not be doing that for very much longer. That Alex Hormozy literally told me to not do that anymore. So 100%. So I've been following you on LinkedIn. You rock, man. Just want to say thank you for all the contents on LinkedIn. They inspire me a lot. Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, man. That's great. How many hours a day should a beginner spend on a bootcamp? It's going to be hours a day. I mean, like it depends on how bad you are, but like, I mean, the beginner bootcamp is probably going to be like 5 or 6 hours a week of content. So it's probably going to be like total. It's probably going to be like 25 hours a week of content. And then there's probably going to be another 25 hours a week of homework. So that'd be the way. How much market for Databricks? I mean, Databricks is a freaking massive market, man. I don't know, man. Like it's like at the end of the day, like the number of people who can get information and get value from data is a lot, So I mean, I don't know. That would be my perspective on it. But like if y'all are interested, like that's going to be the ways to kind of do things going forward, right? Is like, yeah, we're going to be shifting a lot over the next couple months in DataExpert, and some of the stuff's going to piss a lot of you guys off too. It's going to be both, right? Like it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're raising prices as well, so it's going to be beautiful. Like just letting everyone know we're going to be raising prices, right? Just joined. Where can I find out more about the bootcamp? Learn.dataexpert.io. Or you can just Google it, man. Like literally, like my SEO game is so good. Like you guys see this? Like you go to Google and free data engineering bootcamp, right? And see all this sponsored bullshit. Sponsored. First post, non-sponsored is me, right? You click in, right? Boom, bootcamp.techcreator.io. Boom, you're here. Data Engineering Community Edition. Boom, you go in here. And this is going to be the Community Edition Bootcamp that you can join, right? And then you're in. Boom, right? And then you can see I'm a part of way too many boot camps because I have a master account that is a part of like all the boot camps. So like I can have all the certificates because like I can have the certificate because I made the boot camp, so I participated in the boot camp. So someone saying Nitin says, "Hey Zach, will Snowflake perform the role of game changer near future? Will it lead the market as compared to other cloud platforms available in the market?" I mean, it's a push, right? I mean, I think that like both Snowflake and Databricks are going to be implementing very important, innovative features, and like whereas like the bigger cloud providers are going to kind of lag behind. AWS, Azure, GCP are going to be a little bit slower because they're just gigantic behemoth corporations that they're just so slow, right, at like implementing stuff that like I would say that would be my perspective on it, right? So yeah. Sometimes because of the trend of AI, I get confused about what I want to learn and master. What do you recommend? Fully focus on DE. That'll be good. How will the new free data engineering bootcamp be different from the current one? It's for people who suck. It's for people who don't know dog shit, right? It's for people who know absolutely nothing, right? Let's go back over that. Like, let's just go back, share it again because people freaking don't listen and they don't look for themselves. But like, if we go, okay, let's look at, you see prerequisites here. Prerequisites. Okay, so you see the prerequisite here. You have a pulse. That's the prerequisite for this bootcamp. All right. You are alive. All right. You see over here, there is prerequisites, basic SQL and Python skills, exposure to Docker, right? So there's more skills that you have to know to do the current bootcamp. Whereas the bootcamp on the left here, you can literally be any human. And you'll see the curricula is very different, right? You'll see here we say, why should you pick data engineering? SQL basics, Python basics, data pipeline basics, data modeling basics. And there'll be a capstone project where you tie it all together. You build your own little dinky ass little pipeline. It'll be great. It's also going to be very like difficult content for me to make because it's just like, it's so fundamental and just so like going back to the basics. But like, it is what it is, right? Let's see here. What you think Microsoft coming into the back end game think that they can compete with Snowflake and Databricks? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like if you're talking like why does everyone and their dog, everyone, literally every single fucking human on this planet asks me about Microsoft Fabric. And this is just another damn Microsoft Fabric question. And like, I don't know, man. I don't think Microsoft Fabric is a very strong competitor. I feel like Snowflake and Databricks are both just wrecking Microsoft Fabric, and Microsoft Fabric is such a dinky ass little project, and it's just not the way to go. I'm transitioning from software engineer to data engineer. In your opinion, is completing a bootcamp enough to stand out in the market, or should we also work on side projects? So you should do both, right? Or even pursue certificates. Like I would say, so if you want to do this, like the students that I've seen have most success, what they do is they take the free bootcamp from me, right? 6-week program. Then they take a paid bootcamp from me where you get a lot of feedback. And during the paid bootcamp, you build a side project, right? And then at the end of the paid bootcamp, we have a referral network that will help you get job interviews and it'll help you get exposure, right? And that will be the last piece of the puzzle, right? So you have like free bootcamp, paid bootcamp, referral, right? So at the end of the time, that's like a 12-week process, and that would be the way that it will be, right? How long will the free data engineering bootcamp? I'm very excited. I don't know, man. It's gonna be like 4 weeks. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not gonna be. It's. I know you're very excited about it, but like, I don't want to make this content. It comes back to like, it's content that people have asked me to make, and it's not content that I want to make. And so that's what. And like, I'm trying my best to put my soul into it, because it's what the it comes back to like, I need to show up in the way that people need me versus the way that I want to show up, and that's the difference, right? And that's something that I know I need to like actually do, even though like I don't want to, right? And it's definitely an interesting trade. It's a very, very interesting trade. So like, yeah, we'll be talking more about the beginner boot camp here in the coming weeks, but it doesn't start for like another month or so. Because keep in mind, I'm delivering an AI engineering boot camp right now as we speak, and that's what my main focus is, right? But yeah, we will be delivering something for like absolute beginners, right? Because y'all, like, even though y'all are broke and y'all will never probably pay me, like, I hope that like one person will take my absolute beginner bootcamp and eventually pay me. I believe you should charge for the free bootcamp. But additionally, your content is more valuable than the content available on the marketplace. Yeah, it is, right? And I mean, I believe that I should charge for the free bootcamp. Like, I could, right? And I ultimately probably will. Like, what I do is like, I get all these things, right? So what's coming up after the AI engineering bootcamp done for the year? Another paid DE bootcamp coming up. We are doing another paid DE bootcamp, like, because like I freaking, everything that happened with Databricks was so annoying. Everything that happened with Databricks was so annoying, so freaking annoying. But now that they have come around, and that now like we have credits and we have all that stuff, like we can do another paid data engineering bootcamp, and I don't have to change very much. And so that will be nice. That'll be nice. So like I think that will be kind of what I'm imagining in the future here. Is, yeah, we'll probably do another paid DE boot camp. We'll probably, like, I'm thinking I might do another 15-week challenge or another 20-week challenge. We'll see. But yeah, I'm a newbie. We'll try the beginner. Need to learn Python anyways. Yeah, we will give, like, I'm not going to give you everything for Python, because obviously, like, if I taught like everything you need to learn to be good at Python, that just is like a waste of time, because that's not like, there's so many other creators who have already covered that. There's so many other creators. Like, if you Google Python challenges and, like, this 60 days of SQL bullshit, like you can do that all yourself, right? And so it's not like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's like what I would do, but I'm going to cover at least a little bit so that people will feel a little bit more at ease when they're going through stuff, right? But like, yeah, the free bootcamp should be pretty sick. I'll be ready in about a month, and then y'all will probably learn from me and be more grateful, because then you'll finally understand all the other shit I yap about, right? Because some of y'all watch my content and you're like aspirational, and you're like, oh my God, I want to be like Zach. But then like, you're like, I don't know what the first step is. And I don't give you the first step because I freaking don't want to build the first step. And I hate referring other people's courses, because it just comes back to like, oh, I'm just going to make someone else money, right? I'm going to build someone else's brand, when like I should probably just do it end to end, right? Do it end to end. And that's like, at the end of the day, the way that I would imagine this stuff would probably end up working, right? So like, yeah, like I would say that that's my kind of way that I would imagine this stuff, right? So like, I'm going to be offering a pretty significant discount for the subscription product, or the AI bootcamp, for anyone who's on this live and you want to take the AI bootcamp late, right? So like, 1 second, let me just so if you're here, and let me go to the right page. Okay, yeah, there we go. So if you're here and you want to join, you can use code, and this code will only be valid for the next 30 minutes or so. But you can use code Sunday at checkout, because it's Sunday right now, and that will get you 40% off. Get you 40% off either thing here, right? So you can join the AI bootcamp for 1,600, and you can catch up, right? Because we are only 1 week in, so like, you would still be able to do the other 5 weeks of the bootcamp. And keep in mind, this gives you lifetime access to the content and all this stuff. This is going to be a very good deal. Or you can get the subscription product for $75 a month, and this is another amazing deal, like amazing deal for everything here as well. So if you're interested in that, I highly recommend it. You can. This is going to be code Sunday, right? You're going to use code Sunday at checkout. Let's make that a little bit. Let's make that just a little bigger. Use code Sunday at checkout for 40% off. This is going to be valid till the end of the night, so like till about midnight tonight. And so that's just an idea for y'all if you are interested. If you want to take advantage and actually get even more value, right? Because you get access to the cloud, you get access to Databricks, you get access to Snowflake, you get access to everything for free, like after you pay to enter the academy or pay to enter the bootcamp, right? And you also get an OpenAI, you get OpenAI credits. And so, yeah, there's a lot that you can kind of work on and work through. So, I mean, it should be pretty exciting. I'm really excited for like the future here, right? I think what's coming up after the AI engineering bootcamp. So I will this current 15-week bootcamp be available on the subscription product? I mean, yes, but keeping in mind that it will be available in November, and in November I will not be offering monthly subscriptions anymore. You have to buy annual. So yeah, that will be the only thing that I would say. Like essentially how it will work is like if you're on a monthly subscription, you can stay on the monthly subscription until you cancel. That's how it will work, and then everyone else will have to be on an annual plan. So that's how it will work going forward. And it should be pretty good. I'm pretty excited about like what that's going to look like. But like, yeah, what type of DE project can I do in practice of DE? Like literally whatever you want. Like think about a data set that you like. Think about like a data set that you care about, but it has to have some level of complexity to it, and extract that data set and then start transforming it and start making interesting freaking stuff on it, right? And that will allow you to freaking get to that next level, right? I would say that would be the big way that I would be thinking about it, right? That would be the way that would work. Is this not like I'm so sad that like Restream does not let me chat back, right? So yeah, if you use code Sunday at checkout, you can get 40% off though right now. Just letting you know. Now that's valid till the end of the night. So yeah, it's a freaking very good deal. Very, very good deal, by the way. So yeah, but yeah, this 15-week cohort will be there. But yeah, you will need to buy an annual plan. That will be the only thing that I would say that would be the requirement there. But I'm excited. If y'all have any questions, I'm an open book. Talk about anything data engineering, data science, whatever you want to talk about, like the future, LinkedIn, Databricks, building a brand, being a creator, like whatever the hell you want to talk about. Like I have all sorts of time today. I'm here for about another 45 minutes or so. So like we're just vibing today. We're just jamming it out. We're just jamming out. And that's gonna be the way that I would imagine as like this stuff goes, right? What's your favorite AI coding tool? Cursor, just Cursor. Cursor is great. Cursor is amazing. Like I've tried Cursor and Windsurf. Cursor is way better. Cursor is just gonna like absolutely wreck Windsurf, right? So it's like, I mean, that would be my perspective on like the way that I would be thinking about stuff, right? So can I share this? So like one of the things that's kind of interesting is like I'm just want to kind of go over with y'all like what you get with the AI, like in the AI bootcamp, right? So in the AI bootcamp, what we're doing, right, is we have so these are going to be the 5 weeks of content, right? So we have prompt engineering, we have understanding RAG, right? So we have prompt engineering, then we have understanding RAG, then we have advanced RAG and agentic AI. This is where we're going to be working with graph databases and setting up Neo4j. This is going to be really sick. We have MLOps. MLOps is going to be great, where we're like actually building out like trustable AI agents that actually you can test to make sure that they're not like hallucinating with like test data and test criteria. It's really cool. And then at the end, we're going to be building an MCP architecture with tools that integrate effectively. And then also we're going to have a very nice lecture at the end about how to identify business opportunities that allow for AI automation. So yeah, that's going to be really, really sick. And then in the entire bootcamp, we're also going to have really, really good talks. So we have a bunch of really, really good speakers. So we have Chip speaking in the bootcamp. She's amazing. She wrote the AI engineering book, and we're going to be covering that as well, right? We're going to be like we read a chapter of that book each week, and we have like a book club. And then we have Li Yin. Li Yin was a speaker. She's the author of Addleflow, one of the most widely used AI libraries. And then we have Ryan Brandt. So Ryan, he makes millions of dollars a year building AI agents. So like we're going to talk with him. It's going to be amazing. We have Connor. Connor. Connor is the CEO of Hyperspell. So he's building out the context layer for AI agents. So he's like working on freaking how to make RAG very, very effective and very, very. He's like essentially RAG as a service kind of company. Really, really cool company that he's working on. And so like, yeah, we're gonna have the speaker series that we have this time around is really cracked. So it should be pretty great. And how to get advantage of ADHD on work as a DE. Find work that you enjoy, like, and try to do as much work that you enjoy and not very much work on stuff that you don't enjoy. That's the main thing, right? It's kind of hard. Like, it's like if you have a manager who understands your strengths, it's easier, right? Are we going to use PyTorch for the AI bootcamp? It's going to be a lot more like LangChain and Langsmith and Addleflow and DSPY and stuff like that. That's going to be the more valuable kind of pieces. Like PyTorch is a little bit more like ML, not as much AI, right? So yeah. So like, and I guess another thing I wanted to show y'all is like, if you want to join the subscription product, right? Like we offer a lot on the subscription product, right? So like what we have here is so this is the subscription product, and like we offer a ton, right? So it's like we offer freaking 2 hours on interview skills, covering every single interview. Then we have we have 6 hours on LinkedIn monetization. It's really great. And then we have like just tons of content, DBT, data pipelines, data quality, streaming pipelines, right? We also have full stack. You can also, if you're interested in Next.js, there's like an entire bootcamp on Next.js and full stack development. There's an entire bootcamp on analytics engineering. And then there's the January 6th bootcamp that covers a lot. It covers so many different topics, and it has just, like hundreds of hours of content. And then also, like, if you're on the subscription product, you will have access for the free bootcamp forever, because the free bootcamp is only going to stick around till September 1st, right? So like if you don't finish by September 1st, then like I don't give a shit, you're done, you're cooked. And so that's going to be the other kind of thing to be thinking about as you're kind of like building out your projects and thinking about like how seriously you want to take the free bootcamp. So you have like about another 7 weeks. And so that would be one thing to be thinking about. And, you can get right now for this project, you can get like for the subscription, right? You can actually get 40% off if you use code Sunday at checkout. So if you go to dataexpert.io/Sunday or just use Sunday at checkout, you can get 40% off. And that will that code will only be valid for till the end of this live. So yeah, it should be pretty sick. I've filmed a lot of content about data engineering over the last 2 years. It's been unbelievable. But like, yeah, I think that would be the big thing. But I'm here to answer anyone's questions as well. This is not just like a sales call. Like, I'm just trying to help y'all like ease your Sunday scaries and try to understand like what y'all are looking for and like how we can like provide more value and like what is the future of this stuff, right? Because like I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next, right? And try to figure out like if there's other things in this boot camp or in this model of business that I'm doing that like will allow me to get to the next level and allow me to freaking provide more and more value and like be able to like get more people. I know I need more instructors. So if you're an instructor, right, that would be something that I would say that like I would love, right? Is if you're an instructor and you want to, and you're not boring, right? You have a lot of energy like me, then that would be great. All right. I would say that those are big things. Who's your favorite streamer? Primeagen. It's not even close. Primeagen, just done. Primeagen, easy. Right? Primeagen's freaking hilarious, dude. And he's like one of my favorite people of all time, for sure. I model my life a little bit about after Primeagen. I feel like I have a very similar life path to him. Like, and I think that that's something that I will definitely kind of like walk through as I get, older and happier and all that stuff, right? It'll be very interesting to see how that all kind of shakes out over time, right? And like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, So I'm a newbie, want to enter this field of data. What should I start with first? SQL. I don't know, man. Like, there's like, if you go to my blog, that's another really good place to start if you are like interested about like blog stuff. Like, if you go to like blog.dataengineer.io and you go to the 2024 Breaking into Data Engineering Roadmap, and you just read all of this. This is where I would go, right? blog.dataengineer.io, or if you Google the dataengineer.io newsletter, this is completely free. This is like a very long article. You'll notice like it's a lot going on here. So like that would be my recommendation. Yeah. it's a wild time to be alive, y'all. Like, I mean, like, it's all this AI stuff is like kind of getting kind of crazy, And it's like, what are we supposed to be doing, and like, how are we supposed to be building, and how are we supposed to be growing as we like kind of like step through all this? Like, it's a crazy thing. 30 years later, SQL is still king. Yeah, it is. It is 1000% still king. I 1000% agree with that. Like, I find SQL to be like so interesting, like, because it's just so good, right? It's like such a weird language that like one of the things that I love about SQL is that like it's really just set theory at the end of the day. Like, that's all SQL is it's just set theory. And if you think about it like from a mathematics perspective, like one of the things I love about SQL and mathematics, right, is that like in mathematics, like the most fundamental mathematics is set theory, right? That's like at the end of the day, like the axioms of mathematics is set theory. And so like and there's nothing more fundamental than set theory. Nothing more fundamental. When is it good? When is it good to redesigning the data intensive applications? Today. Just fucking read it. Try it. See if you learn it, right? Is it still worth learning SSIS? I mean, there's going to be a bunch of boomer companies that are going to be using SSIS for a long time. I think that essentially every technology is kind of ultimately worth learning. It all depends on like where you want to work, though, right? Because it's like if you want to work at Netflix or you want to work in big tech, like SSIS is 1,000,000% not worth learning, right? But and if you want a job that pays you well, SSIS is 1,000,000% not worth learning, right? But like if you are in another spot, like I think that would be another way to do it, right? Do you have a block diagram which helps to understand DE for a newbie? I do not. I do not. I would go read the roadmap, right? And that would be the way to think about it. Or like I have a bunch of stuff on YouTube. Just go to my YouTube, Data with Zach, and there's going to be a bunch of videos that you can go over. Like look at the levels of SQL. The levels of SQL is probably a good place to start for that. I like block diagrams are literally something I'm working on. That's just a lot of work, and like to make them look good is something I can't do, and it's something I have to hire out, and I'm having a hard time finding a good designer. So like, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, the noob is not for me, right? The noob is not the person who's going to pay me. So like, it's like, I mean, like I'm glad that you guys support me and you're like, yay, Zach, will you teach us? But like, you're not going to fucking pay me. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like complicated, right? When I'm a creator, because it's like, my goal is to also speak to the experienced person. My goal is to speak to the mid-level and senior engineer who wants to get promoted, because you guys have money and you guys will actually pay me. And so that's that's why it's complicated, right? What AI skill should a data engineer learn to be future-proof? RAG, embeddings, vector database, freaking context building, prompt engineering, MCP, freaking like those are the big ones I would say. Yep. Yeah. Or how can data engineers use AI? Use AI Cursor. Use Cursor to generate your pipelines. Load data into vector databases to build context. All that's super, super good as well. 100%. So like that'd be another big perspective I would say, right? Yeah. And so I don't know, like the future is kind of crazy, right? I think that there's going to be a lot that's going to happen, right? But like, like if you look into other things, right? So if you go to like my YouTube channel, right? You go to this playlist here, right? So you have this. Both of these playlists are great, by the way. You can go look at this AI interview.
Thank you so much, Sundus. I really
this
appreciated
one's a
it.
lot.
Yeah,
This like
of course.
this
Awesome.
freaking this was crazy. I filmed all this content in one day. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. And then this is the free bootcamp, right? You can watch all 21 videos here, and that will get you really far. Like if you just watch all this content, I would say that you would get incredibly far, and you would be very happy with yourself, because this content is difficult as hell. And like if you actually get through all of it, you'll be like, damn, I'm proud of myself, right? So yeah, I would say that that's a big thing to be thinking about, is like you're kind of going through your journey, right? And like, because free shit is great, but people don't do it, right? People don't actually do it. Like we have like maybe 100 or 200 people, right? Who are actually like doing the free content, right? And it's like people say they want free, but then when you offer it, they don't actually do it. It's lovely. It's lovely because people don't actually care about free. And that's why it's so interesting as an educator. As an educator, like you're like, I want to teach you. I want to teach as many people as possible. But when you offer it for free, people are like, we don't give a single fuck. and that's something I've learned over the last 6 months, right? And so we'll see. I might charge for the free bootcamp. We'll see. I might charge like $10 or $20 or something like that. Something that will just make people pay, right? Something that will be like, okay, I'm a part of this. I'm invested, right? I want to thank you. You are doing a lot for the IT across all of the experience. Thank you, Nitin. I really appreciate it. I'm trying my best. Try my best to keep building my career and trying to find like where there is the most value and where the most interesting experiences can be kind of drawn from and all that stuff. Like I think that it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting as like we kind of move into this new world of like what am I trying to say here? This new world of like AI and data and decision making and orchestration and unstructured data, and like it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It's actually something that's really great. I saw your pic with your mom. She's also an IT enthusiast and expert into it. Yeah, 100%. It's great. I'm interested to help as an instructor. How to reach out? Hit me up on LinkedIn. Like, I mean, if you don't have any experience, I don't give a shit. But like, if you have experience and you're not boring, I'm interested. But like it's complicated, right? I'm very, very picky with who I bring on. So like, you have to, if you want to work with me as an instructor, send me a sample. Send me like a 10-minute or 20-minute sample of you teaching, right? You should have a video recording of you teaching and send it to me, and I will get back to you if I'm interested, right? I saw you're offering a coach clarity and discovery call on your platform. Are you a coach? I don't take those calls. If you click into it, you will notice I'm not the person who does that. I am not a coach. I do not coach. Fuck that. Like, that is a waste of time. Like, because it's like at the end of the day, like I make way more money offering boot camps and doing boot camp sales versus doing anything else, right? That would be the like the thing to be thinking about, is like you're like I mean, like I could offer coaching, but like I would not coach data engineers, because offering my coaching to data engineers is a waste of time. Like, my coaching is best suited for business owners and content creators, because that's where I will actually make a good amount of money, because those people can actually pay me. Those people can actually pay me the $500 an hour that I'm looking for, right? But data engineers who are trying to get into their career, they're not going to pay me $500 an hour, because they think that's not worth it, because it isn't worth it to them. Like, and it's totally right, but it's also not worth it to me to spend it one-on-one, right? Which content areas are you prioritizing for the bootcamp tailored to Indian audiences? I canceled it, dude. I canceled it. There was like the number of people who screamed at me about how it was too expensive. There was a lot of people in India who screamed at me about the Indian bootcamp, it was too expensive. So I'm not doing it, because essentially it seems like it's going to be too much money. And I'm not going to, like, I need to charge 1 lakh INR for it to be worth it. Like, I have to charge 1 lakh INR, and like, I'm not going to charge like $200, because that's fucking stupid, right? And so it's like I don't see me being able to get the volume that I need to make it worth it if I charge less than 1 lakh. And then the number of people who have just screamed at me that said it's too expensive has made me realize, okay, I think it's better that I just offer free content and not do an Indian specific bootcamp, because even though 1 lakh is dramatically cheaper than my bootcamp that I offer, right? So yeah. You took a session in Bangalore, India recently. How much took? That was 20,000. What, Confluent paid me $20,000 to go to Bangalore. So yeah, it was great. Fuck yeah. It's amazing, right? Like, if you guys want me to go anywhere, pay me 20K and I'll be there. Right? Sure. Right. Zach, would you say data engineering is the foundation and AI is the next layer to build on top of, trying to catch up and wondering if that's the right mindset? That's a good mindset. Yeah, 100%. Like that. Well, and they kind of intermingle a little bit too, because AI enables the processing of unstructured data. It allows you to see and look at unstructured data in a brand new way. So yeah, people usually complain about entry-level data engineering jobs. Is it true that it's difficult to get into data engineering as a beginner? Yeah. I never got I never got an entry-level data engineering job. The one I got required 2 years of experience. And you know what I did? I was an analyst first. I was a data analyst first, and then I got my data engineering job, right? Right. 1 lakh seems very reasonable for the content you're offering. I was really, really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, it's complicated. It's complicated. Like, I freaking have been trying to figure out what the right way to do things is, right? And like, it comes back to like, it seemed like the read from India was that I was trying to scam them. And so I realized I don't want to offer it if that's what the perception is, right? I don't want to offer it, right? Because it's like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not trying to it's complicated. It feels so complicated. Like, and because then at the end of the day, it's like, I might as well just like do it in a different format, right? And do a different way of doing things. But yeah, 1 lakh is reasonable. Like, it is 100% reasonable, right? And like, and especially with the outcomes and everything that freaking people, like, I get people jobs at Netflix, I get people jobs at Meta, and it's like, you don't think 1 lakh for a job at Meta is worth it? Like, okay, then be poor. Bye. Right. Right. It's complicated. Right. But then at the same time, it's like, at the same time, like people like just don't understand, like they don't see the value. Right. And then there are people who do see the value and there are people who don't see the value. And then it's just like, yeah. And like, I guess that's like, I wanted it. I actually felt very strongly about it like a couple weeks ago, but then it was very interesting. People just the amount of pushback, right, was what made it clear to me that like it was overpriced. And so like it made me realize it's not worth doing. And so yeah, that's why we're going to be doing this free. We're going to do another free boot camp. We're going to do a free entry level boot camp because that's one of the things that's great about doing free content is that it builds the brand more, right? It's more about building the brand and building awareness, and that like that's going to be better. But like I want to figure out something there. I want to figure out something I can do with India that like will work because I know that I have a lot of respect in India and I have a lot of like just after I visited, I was like, it was amazing. It was honestly straight up amazing when I went to Bangalore and I was like, how do all of these people know who I am? Like it's like thousands of people who recognize me in person in Bangalore. And I'm like, Jesus. Like it's felt very good. Felt very good and very interesting. Right. And I'm like, definitely that'd be a thing to be thinking about. Like I want to figure out something. I definitely want to do at least more events in India. Right. And say like I'm in 17 IT experience in ETL SQL Informatical. Please now no call next. I mean, improve your communication, bro. Like, what is this? What is this? Like, that's just a good place to start. A good place to start is you freaking improve your communication skills. That like, and that would be probably number one, right? I'd say number two is probably work in Spark, right? And work in other tech stuff, right? I would say that would be the other big thing. And then I would say number three is build a brand on LinkedIn. Maybe start freaking posting or starting like, and also if you've worked for 17 years, you have a massive network of people who like would also be down, right? So like, also for everyone that is interested, like I just wanted to also say that we have, so I offer this all access DataExpert subscription, 250 hours of content. And you can currently, if you want, you can actually use code Sunday to get 40% off, right? So use code Sunday at checkout and you can get 40% off. This is only valid for the next couple hours for this live, and then it'll be done after that. But yeah, definitely something to be thinking about. Any plans to launch your own big platform like Meta, Netflix? I mean, yeah, I'm working on that. I'm literally working on that. It's you got to understand, like I don't have freaking VC dollars, man, right? And I'm just a guy, right? I'm just one guy. So I have this thing called Tech Creator, which I'm really working on. That's really bullish, right? Because we have a bunch of different people on Tech Creator now. Like if you look at like Data Gym, we have datagym.tech creator. So this is really great. This is Bruno. Bruno is the freaking teacher for Data Gym. And then we have like Refactor Coaching. We also have Brian. Brian's on the platform now. He's on the Tech Creator platform. It's really sick. And then we have freaking, then like we're getting more and more people on the platform. We're going to be adding more here in the next little bit as well. So like that's my platform, right? I signed up for the free bootcamp in November, but didn't complete it. After paying $150, I finished it in a month. That's when I realized why free bootcamps often don't work. Yeah, you just pay a little bit, right? But it's like at the end of the day, right? Freaking, it is what it is, right? It's freaking like I'm fine with that. Like I want to offer a lot, right? And like for the people who can actually finish it, right? Like I took the free boot camp back in last December and subsequently took the pay boot camp. Much love from India. I can vouch for every penny's worth. I learned so many years of data engineering stuff in those 6 weeks, even got a superb certificate. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Like I know it's like one of the things that like I realized after doing this stuff, and I guess maybe this is something that I'm like learning more, and it's just like it's different, right? One of the things that's different about like the culture in India versus the culture in the US, right, is that people in India are just like way more cost sensitive, and they just are way more likely to comment on the price, right? Which bootcamp is offering the 40% today? It's only for the bootcamp going backwards, so you can join the one that started last week. And you can join that if you want. And it started last week, and you can join and you can get a little bit of a discount. That would be the, or you can join the subscription product. That'd be those are going to be the two, your two choices are going to be those two, I would say. There is no bootcamp currently being offered, no paid bootcamp that's being offered right now that hasn't already started. Like we will be offering that probably in a little bit. This is just like I'm just vibing with you guys today, right? I'm just vibing, right? I'm just vibes, right? I'm not in sales mode today. I'm just trying to like vibe with you, right? And talk about the future, right? So like I guess like when I think about like what I want to do for the rest of the year, right? There's kind of two sides to it because one side of me is like I'm burnt out and I should just chill. And then there's another side of me that's like I should freaking like push harder and make like 2 million or $3 million this year. Because I could do both. Like I could I or like I'm like both options are on the table and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Right. And it's like they both seem pretty interesting. I think my problem is that like if I have more instructors, then like it would be a lot easier for me to push, right? Do you have any API recommendations for data engineering capstone project? I love Polygon. Polygon's a really sick API. I mean, I've had a lot of students build some really sick stuff with Polygon. Like, have you seen Polygon? Polygon.io. Polygon.io is freaking dope. This is like modernizing Wall Street one market at a time. If you're part of the paid bootcamp, we will give you a key. We'll give you a key. So like, I mean, that's another freaking another strategy that you can kind of think about as like you're going through your life, right? Edwin's, what's up, Zach? I'm doing good. I'm just vibing with everyone. I'm shooting the shit, right? Trying to figure out like where people can, get their freaking access and whatnot. So yeah, like it's a good time to be alive, right? I mean, yeah, I will definitely be offering at least one more paid cohort because I mean this 15-week challenge has been amazing. It's amazing. Prices are just gonna be higher though. Prices are gonna be higher. That's one of the things that I realized. Prices are just gonna be higher. That's like one of the things that's gonna be really different about the future here is because like it's worth more, right? Why not partner with someone in India where they can provide support to the learners and getting a job after they complete the bootcamp because that will be a massive factor and people will be ready to pay more. Like comes back to like freaking just a suggestion. Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right. But it comes back to like, I don't know, like I guess like when I think about doing something like that, like it's like like a lot. It's like a lot. Like I guess like when I think about this whole perspective of like partnering with people, it comes back to like if I promise job placement, that's not something I do. I don't promise job placement. I don't do that. That's because that's like there's no guarantee, right? There's no guarantee. Even if I partner with someone in India and then it's great, but there's no guarantee that's gonna go right. And then it's like okay, and then for the people who don't get jobs, they're gonna be like fuck you, Zach. Edwin's been a long time since Sunset Junior. Jesus Christ. I don't even know who this is. Edwin's. This is obviously, I don't like, who is this? Like, this is someone who I went to school with, like, what, like 17 years ago? Like 20 years ago almost? Like, Jesus. Like, streaming tables versus materialized views. I mean, I like streaming tables. I guess like I like Delta Live Table and streaming tables. Materialized views are dope too. It really just depends on like the use cases of each one. Like at the end of the day, that's kind of like what I do for DataExpert. Like you'll see like okay, there we go. Got my whole screen. So for DataExpert, what I do is I have a crazy view. Like it's a very crazy view. Where is it? We have this oh, it's user program detailed. This guy. So it's we script this guy to clipboard. We no, we got to just generate. My bad. Just SQL generate. Yeah, I have like a bug in my freaking data grip right now. But like if we like look at this freaking CTE and you're gonna be like, what is going on, right? So like this CTE is like what powers the entire site, and it's pretty dope. So what it does, right, is you have like this is this first bit here is getting all the programs. You'll see we have this thing called program hierarchy, which allows for parent-child programs. So like the subscription product is a parent program. It's a parent program to all of the previous bootcamp programs. And that allows for me to like have a list of all the programs here. And then what we do is we have our total lecture minutes, which is based on Discord. So we have to like sum up all of our Discord minutes for how long people are spending in the Discord, right? Then we have our lessons. And this is like where we do this crazy shit where like we essentially built an array of all the courses, right? Where we turn it, we JSONify all the courses and then we turn it into an array, right? And then we have this freaking assignments where we do the same thing, right? Where we JSONify and arrayify all the assignments. And we do the same thing for submissions. So this is going to be all the assignment submissions with like the LLM feedback, right? And then what we do is we tie it all together. And then that allows for us to know like how close they are to certification, like what are the modules that are left, what does this all look like. And so this is like one This SQL query took me so long. It took me so long, but we got it. We got it. We figured it out, right? And so, yeah, and that was a very fun thing, right? Who are LinkedIn data influencers that you don't like? I don't like. I have a list. I have a list, but like, do I say? I don't know. Like, I don't want to spread drama right now. I definitely have a list, right? Like that. There's definitely one there, right? There, I would say there's like in the list, there's like maybe three or four that I have beef with right now. I have significant beef with like a couple of them, and I would guess that you probably know. Like if you've been following me for a long time, it's probably very clear who I have beef with on LinkedIn. But yeah, it's interesting. Um, when you're learning AI, do you just dive into some random GitHub repo for fun, or do you try to find a problem that really inspires you? Always find a problem that really inspires me. I'm not like a freaking reader, right? I don't freaking just read for fun, right? I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a writer. I write more than I read. It's kind of bad, but like, do data engineers still rely on Flink Kafka with all the new new AI tools coming out? Yes. Like, why? What? Like, what? How does AI fix this? AI is not freaking like Flink and Kafka are not going away. Like they're not going away like at all. Like they have to stick around, right? Because it's like, when was AI a real-time data processing tool? Like the AI stack there is not changing. Like Flink and Kafka are going to be around for a long time. Confluent, Spark, Flink, Kafka are going to be around for a very long time. It's like, because at the end of the day, like AI will maybe make it easier to generate this code, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's like, bro, I saw your dog died. I'm so sorry. I also lost. Yeah, Lulu died. Yep, she died like 2 weeks ago now, and like, yeah, it was freaking sad. Say it. Name names, right? Oh yeah, for everyone that like who's watching, at least till the end of the live here, we have we have this subscription product that I'm working on, and that like it's amazing, and you can join for 40% off until the end of the live here, and you can use code Sunday, and I'll be generous and I'll let the code be active for like another 2 hours or so, so like even after the live. But I mean, yeah, should be a good time. I'm vibing right now, I'm chilling with y'all. So yeah, I would say that there's going to be a lot of different ways that things are going to kind of go down over the next little bit. But like, yeah, I've been chilling. I don't know, like I definitely have beef with creators, and like creators have beef with me. Sometimes people have beef with me that I don't even know, right? And then I notice it because I'm like, oh, I'm blocked. I'm like, I don't even know who that was, but I'm blocked. I'm like, that's great. Like, I mean, it's because like I just do too many views, right? And I know that like I'm kind of spicy sometimes, and people are like, I only have a certain spice tolerance that I can't freaking deal with, right? So like I would say that would be the perspective. But like you guys know. Like I feel like I only have beef. Like I feel like for me, the only creators who I actually have beef with like also live in San Francisco. Like if you live in some other city, like how can I have beef? I don't even know who you are. Like I feel like if you're in another city, I don't give a shit. Right. But the ones I do have beef with are in San Francisco. That's my only hint. Right. So yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe, everyone. Like I'm here for probably like another 2 or 3 minutes. I guess I wanted to share a little bit more about like some things I'm working on. So like if you go to like learn.dataexpert.io, I'm gonna be launching the absolutely free beginner data engineering bootcamp starting August 8th. And the prerequisites are you have a pulse. All right. So no zombies. No zombies. I know that's half of you. No brain rotted zombies. All right. Curricula here is going to be pretty fundamental: SQL basics, Python basics, data pipeline, data modeling, why you should pick data engineering. Yeah, should be pretty sick. All this stuff's going to be on YouTube as well. It's just like I need to be back on YouTube anyways, and I'm providing more value on YouTube. And so hopefully that's like something that can get me a lot more subs on YouTube. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty sick. I highly recommend joining. Like this one or this one. This one's already around. This one is like the community one that like got me. I feel like launching this community bootcamp and showing Databricks that I got 50,000 students to join. I think that's what actually got them to freaking be like, maybe we should give them, maybe Zach is worth it. Maybe Zach is able to freaking actually, he's worth the $50,000 investment. And so, yeah, Zach is about to become the 50 Cent of DE. I'm trying. I think that like at the end of the day, like it's a field. It's a field worth freaking. I've already gone so far. I've already gone so far, right? And so like there's no backing out now, right? I have to become super dominant in the space now and just like have an overwhelming presence of content so that like no one else wants to even try, right? Because it's like it's great. Any tips how to create content on LinkedIn to build a personal brand in data engineering? Tag me and be funny. I don't know. Like, because if you get me to like your content, it's gonna freaking go far, right? Or if you provide value to me, like if you make me sales, that's another way. I feel like another way, and then in non-selfish ways, like you can just if you join the freaking subscription product, that's another way you can go, right? Because if you join the subscription product, you'll notice if we go to the subscription product here, right? So we go join the bootcamp, and then we go down here, subscription product. One of the things you'll notice here is we have this LinkedIn mastery course, which is a freaking 6 hours of content. You can, if you walk through this content on LinkedIn, that'd be great. And you could literally, if you wanted to right now, you could get this for freaking $120, right? And then go through this content and live happily ever after, right? So that would be like if you want to learn LinkedIn, just you also get that in the freaking subscription product, right? So just I'm offering you guys so much value, right? Just I hope you guys recognize that sometimes that like I'm trying my best to offer the value at the price point that works for people, right? But like I know my boot camps have to go up though. The boot camps, like the live cohort, has to go up. I'm thinking about doing an in-person cohort. That's another thing I've been thinking about doing, like an in-person Bay Area cohort, like where we actually like I get like 50 to 100 students and we all just like learn in person. I think that'd be sick. I think that'd be a freaking and it would. I think it's one way that would actually allow me to be more energized about it as well. Because I feel like sometimes like when I'm like on a screen all the time and like I don't feel the energy of you guys, I am not able to like get as far. Like I feel like it's can be a little bit more draining and a little bit more lonely. But I don't know. Like Zach, for someone trying to transition into a high impact data or product role without a formal technical background, what mindset or approach has the biggest long term payoff? What would you focus on first? Getting a computer science degree. Yeah. Or a math degree or a statistics degree or a freaking economics degree. Or like if you have no technical background, like what the fuck are you doing? Like trying to get into a high impact data role. Because if it's a high impact data role, like you really need to freaking have a degree. Like at the end of the day, like a degree matters so much, right? A follow-up question: when picking a project to learn from and that interests you, do you ultimately pick the project for ultimately monetizing it or something that helps your goals? Asking because I have a hard time keeping myself motivated to complete the project and wondering how you keep yourself motivated all the way through the end. Well, it has to be something interesting, right? And no, I would say most of my projects I don't end up monetizing on, right? I mean, even this LinkedIn journey, even this freaking content creator journey, I didn't even anticipate monetizing. I just like loved doing it, right? Like, because I made content on LinkedIn every single day for 2.5 years, right? And made nothing. I made $0 in 2.5 years making content, right? And so it's like at the end of the day, like freaking, that's like, how did I stay motivated? I stayed motivated because I found it interesting and I found it like it's a project that you have to like stick with, right? And like understand that like the longer you stick with it, the more likely it is to actually help you, right? And so now I've stuck with making content on LinkedIn every day for 5 years, and now it makes me millions of dollars a year, right? So it's like if you can see the long-term payoff, then it's great. But yeah, like if you're working on something for more than a year, it probably should be monetized though. I guess that's my perspective. If you're hacking on like a hobby project for like 3 to 6 months, that's fine. But like, do you see yourself launching a startup anytime soon? I'm investing. I'm an angel investor in a bunch of startups. Like DataExpert's a good startup. Tech Creator is a good startup. I feel like Tech Creator is the thing I'm launching that's making money. I mean, other creators have made almost $250,000 on Tech Creator. $250,000, right? And I'm just getting started too. We're very early. And so like I know that like we'll be able to get a lot more once I get like more of a sales funnel rolling there and I have the onboarding process right, we'll be able to get hundreds of more creators as well to start freaking start thinking about stuff, right? And so yeah, it's gonna be great. I mean, I might do another startup. I don't know. Like I feel like I need to be doing more cohorts for the next while because it's like why not make 3 mil or 4 mil, right? Because it's like the way I think about it is like if I start something new, the probability that it makes money is about 50-50. Whereas like if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, the probability that I make a couple million more dollars is 100%. So it's like kind of complicated, right? But like at the same time, like I know that like I ultimately will move into that kind of space, the space of like do more, right? Why an angel, not a demon investor? I should be a demon investor. It's funny, right? You got to do a live in-person version of the bootcamp someday. I'd fly 100% fly to SF. Yeah, that'd be freaking dope. I think the only problem with the in-person one is going to be like 8K. Like it'll be like 8K to 10K, right? What pushing you to go forward? I mean, like at the end of the day, it's like I want to build a beautiful life for my family, like that I don't even have. I'm just a single bachelor. So if like any hot women who like are interested in dating me, hit me up. But like I think ultimately building a family super important. I feel like giving back to the community is also super important to me. Like just trying to figure out like the right way to do it, right? So that like we have more, right? Like we have more impact, the most impact, and sometimes that means that it's paid, right? Because paid allows me to bring on other people. Paid allows me to freaking scale up and not just like because I know people love me. They fall in love with me specifically because like that's who they have seen all the content from. But at the end of the day, like if you learn the content from someone else that is also really good, and and then I'm just the one who convinces you to commit. That's honestly the most scalable way of doing it for me because then like I'm able to like run many boot camps and I can teach more and more people that way, right? And ultimately, I think that's probably what the structure will ultimately look like, right? Is we'll move more and more in that direction of like where I teach less and like we'll get to a point where like I'm mostly doing sales and marketing and I'm like the face of the company. So anyways, I wanted to I'm about to head out, guys, but like I wanted to give y'all like one more poll here. So DataExpert, if you do like this is a very good offer. But if you can use code Sunday at checkout, this will be valid until midnight. So you got like about 2 hours to decide. And you can either join the AI bootcamp. It started last week, but you can join and catch up, or you can do the subscription product, and that could be another great way. I would highly recommend going annual because $900 you get a year to go through 250 hours of content. Because good luck doing that in a month. Good luck. You could do it, right? It's just if you did 80 hours a week, you could get through all the content in a month. But that's like watching all of it. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but I highly recommend taking me up on this offer. I do not offer 40% very much at all. Like this is just I'm being a generous God today. So definitely think about it, and I hope to see you there. And thank y'all for spending the time today with me, and hopefully this helped a little bit with your Sunday scaries as we go into the week. And I hope y'all have a fantastic Sunday, and I am really excited for the week ahead.